Alright, so have you struggled with consistently exercising and eating healthy lately due to, life happening? You should be exercising and taking care of your body, but you're watching a new Netflix series and you're kind of tired today, right? But luckily, you promised yourself that next week you'll get started, just like I said last week. Well, if this sounds like you, then you're not alone. We all struggle with this lack of motivation in periods, me including. But for the past couple of years, I have tested and adopted 4 key habits that have made me highly consistent with my training and nutrition. And over time, they run somewhat automatic in the background, just like a computer program, without me being too affected by the fluctuating motivational levels. Does that mean that you have to live your life just like a robot?
I'll be back.
No. But they will require some focus and determination in the beginning to implement. So in this video, I wanted to share the 4 key habits with you in a highly actionable manner so you can end procrastination and get lean for good. So in my book, Lean Body, Strong Mind, the New York Times bestseller, I call them the 4 elements of fitness. And today, I want to present them as a line of dominoes, where each habit acts as a domino, knocking over the next domino in the line. You can start tackling these areas in your desired order, but I recommend that you implement them in the presented order of this video. So the first domino is getting enough quality sleep. Personally, I aim for 8 hours. But why do I start talking about sleep if your goal is to get fit and lean? Isn't nutrition the most important thing for fat loss? Well, yes, but if you don't get enough quality sleep, you will lack the energy and drive to exercise and eat healthy. You're less productive at work, leaving less time for exercise and cooking. Also, you eat on average 300 calories more when you are sleep deprived. In fact, I believe most of the problems in my life can to some extent be traced back to a lack of sleep. So we need to address this first. Personally, I've been struggling with getting enough sleep all my life. I lie in bed thinking about why I'm not sleeping, making it even harder to sleep, until I implemented the following habit. I go to bed 8.5 to 9 hours before I need to wake up and start reading 1 page in a book. So if I'm waking up at 7, I would go to bed at 10 with a book. This is individual, of course, so you need to find your own number. But the key here is to replace your phone with a book. Because going to bed early without my phone has always felt too boring. There's no dopamine, there's no instant gratification. So to make it more motivating to go to bed early, I recommend that you change your bed partner. No, I'm not talking about your wife, I'm talking about your phone. Because scrolling your social media and news feeds before bed makes you awake and anxious. So change your phone with a book is a double win. You go to bed earlier, sleep better, and you read consistently. Next up, we have exercise. More specifically, getting into the momentum of showing up to exercise at least 3 times per week or more. And why do I emphasize momentum? Because an object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. And when you are in the momentum of an exercise routine, it's actually easier to just continue showing up. Over time, you want to keep your streak alive, but we first need to show up consistently. Half the battle is simply showing up in your training gear. When you show up, you will at least start. When you start, you will try to do a little bit better than last time. You want to run a little bit faster or lift a little bit more. So what's the specific habit? It is to find a simple training routine you could actually enjoy, add it to your calendar, prepare your training gear in advance, and simply commit to showing up. And the preparation part here is key to make it as easy and frictionless as possible to show up. When the training gear is ready the night before, you have to at least take it on. And when your training gear is on, you need to at least start. In fact, I made a separate video on this topic called the 2-minute rule. I will link it right here. That will help you cure procrastination and help you show up. Also, if you need simple and effective training routines where all the planning is done for you, I would recommend that you try my program built with bodyweights or built with bands on torpstraining.com. Anyways, your goal may be to run a marathon or do 50 push-ups, but your main focus should be on showing up to your training time on a consistent basis. Over time, the momentum picks up and sticking to your routine is actually easier than just slacking off. Moving on, we're going to nutrition, where you want to eat more real food but fewer calories. Why? Because for the average sedentary office worker with limited time and energy to exercise, nutrition is the most important element to fat loss. There is no way around it. You need to consume fewer calories than your body burns. But eating less foods while moving more to create a calorie deficit makes you hungry. And when you are hungry, you are more likely to just say and quit. Unless you eat more real food, just less calories. At first, this concept sounds too good to be true. Luckily, when you eat more salad, vegetables, and lean protein, for example a chicken salad compared to fast food, you usually eat more volume of food but fewer calories, meaning the foods are less energy dense. They fill up your stomach and makes you feel full just with fewer calories. The habit then is to shop and prepare healthy, high-protein meals and snacks at home in advance. And with some experience, you will learn how to make healthy food taste incredibly good. For most people, this would probably be the most challenging step, yet the most important. But if you tackle your training first, you're probably not going to want to eat as much junk food. But if you do, then don't. And if you have no idea what kind of foods I'm talking about, you can take a screenshot right now. So the final domino is your mindset, or more specifically, your ability to enjoy the process of doing the first 3 habits. I oftentimes say that you should start with making up your mind and see yourself as a fit, healthy person. In other words, you start with the end in mind. Although that's true, the problem with goal setting and affirmations is that you usually don't believe it yourself until you get started. Also, once you reach your end goal, you'll feel complacent. You need to set yourself a new goal, because we humans are the happiest when we are progressively working towards a worthy goal. Not after you have reached your goal, but when you are actively moving towards something that you find worthwhile, i.e. the process. And once you get going with your training and eating healthy, then you'll start to enjoy the process more, because you are acting in accordance with the person you would like to be. You're not going to work out or eat healthy just to reach your end goal of getting fit. You'll do it because it feels intrinsically rewarding in itself. So the final action step is to change your mental association with doing habit 1 to 3. You don't think of these habits as how hard they are going to be in the moment. You think of the benefits they will give you. You'll start to think about how sleep, exercise, and nutrition will make you feel once you get going. So to summarize this video, if you want to get lean, strong, and energetic for both life and work, the 4 key habits are sleeping 8 hours by going to bed with a book 9 hours before waking up. It's exercising 3 to 5 times per week by committing to consistently showing up into your pre-packed training gear. It's eating fewer calories but more real food by preparing real foods in advance. And lastly, it's enjoying the process by changing your mental association with doing hard things by focusing on the benefits, not the costs. If you only get one of these right, then it's good for you. Work yourself gradually into it. And if you want to implement these 4 habits to get lean, strong, and energetic, I have a full video course with guided workouts on torpstraining.com. Also, leave a comment below and let me know what you want me to cover in the next video. Also, I would appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to this channel to let the YouTube algorithm push this advice to more fine people like you. Talk to you soon.